Did you know that in ancient history they didn't spoke about gods? They spoke only about one question. Is this reality that we appear to be in truly real, or is it an illusion? The question about what is the nature of this reality appears in old Greece in about 4 centuries before Christ, where Plato said that this world may not be real and that it exists maybe as a shadow of something deeper, something much, much larger. What is as well interesting that in the same time in India appears the same story, a very similar story, about Brahman and Maya. Therefore, I would like to start this subject with one quick and short story about Brahman and Maya. So, the Brahman was the only thing that has existed, the only one. Symbolically, he was consciousness, totally empty, static, non-existing, not moving. And he was bored. So he wanted to have some fun and he created the Maya, the illusion. While he created the Maya created all planets, stars, rivers, mountains, humans, and all other living creatures. So that game could begin. The Maya has separated Brahman into infinite number of parts, and every small part placed into the one living being. For the things to get better, the Brahman had to forget who he truly were, and he had to find himself within this world of separation. So this story symbolically tells that this reality exists as a projection of one, of Brahman, of consciousness, and that whatever appears here is actually happening within the one. Therefore, everything here is one. And every person, every being that is awakening and realizing who it truly is a one part of Brahman that is remembering himself. As well, there is one science experiment that I personally find very interesting. It is the experiment that has happened in Japan in 1989 by the Japanese physicist named Tonomura. He decided to shoot the electrons throughout 2 openings and to measure their path. So when there was measuring, they noticed that these electrons always has been placed in the logical spots if you compare it to the direction from where they have been shooted out. But when there was no measuring, these electrons were placed absolutely randomly. And this experiment was again done many times and has proven the same thing. That electrons, which are the base of this material reality, forms only when something is observing it. Therefore, without an observer, there can be no material forms, because the electrons were not formed. They are not forming then. So the true question of this subject is, what is observing? What is this that is aware? This is the base, the nature of this reality. Because if the reality cannot exist without an observer, then the observer is not part of the body, because even the form of the body appears within the same observer. In other words, we're going to use the word consciousness. So the consciousness is the base of this reality. That's why throughout the whole history, religions, philosophy, even the science, it is spoken that self-realization is truly the only purpose of this experience. And what self-realization really means? It means to know that you are the one in which everything appears. Symbolically, you are the God. But not you, my body, I am the God. No, not like this. The one who is observing your body is the God. And this thing is the same in me, in you, in everybody else. The God have many eyes, let's say like this. This is the one. This is the Brahman that I have spoken about in the beginning of this video. So if you truly want to live a conscious life, you have to solve this question. Who are you?